Hello, I am the Convolutional Neural Gamer, and this is AI War. So, last video I finished up the Exodian Blade campaign, so it's time for something new. In this case, the main thing I'm going to be doing is playing a 10-10 game. This should be interesting. I've played 10-10 before. I've never actually completed a game on 10-10 difficulty, so I'll see how it goes. The difference between 9 and 10 is quite substantial, so even though I can handle 9 pretty easily, there's no guarantees I'll be able to handle 10. I mean, I say pretty easily. I mean, if you watched the last video, you know I still save scum quite a few times, but it's very easy to make a mistake in this game, and it's also very easy to make a mistake that's basically a time waster when you don't want to waste time. So, yeah, just go through the settings. I'm using a tree map. I've used this untangled map button to make it a bit more pleasant, because the tree map spawns in a horrible, ugly mess that you'd never want to play on initially, so just use untangle map, click it a few times, try to get your map nice like this. If you use that, I would recommend. So, complex ship types, I want to have everything, just the normal sort of settings for this. I have enabled cheats on just in case I need them, but I probably won't use them because that would disable achievements and stuff. It's mainly just there in case something bugs out or something. That happens very often in this game. Nomad Planets is my new thing. I haven't ever had Nomad Planets before. That should mesh well, I'd imagine, with the tree type because it'll create shortcuts through the tree, which could be quite interesting. The tree is also an interesting structure because it's probably how you would make an artificial wormhole network. If you're building a wormhole network, wormholes are going to be quite expensive. They require, under any model we have for how you would make them, because obviously wormholes are entirely theoretical at the moment, they would require a rather large amount of mass, so you wouldn't want to build them everywhere. So you're likely to build a tree-like structure where you branch out. This also makes it easier to avoid closed time-like loops, or whatever they call them, where the wormholes allow the possibility of time travel, which is obvious. There's some obvious issues that you can have with that. We generally assume the wormhole, scientists generally assume that if you did do something like that, if wormholes were possible, if you did try to do something that would allow time travel, it would cause the ends of the wormholes to collapse due to the mutual radiation that would be travelling back in time and going through them. But, yeah. So, settings, AI modifiers, just revealing the random AI types. I don't actually have any random AI types, but I always leave that on. I'm also going to go with all the sort of standard extra settings. So, Spycraft Hard. I've got Spy Civilian Leaders on. I haven't really thought about this one. Overall, Spy Civilian Leaders are a little awkward early in the game, but they quickly can become very, very beneficial for you because they will just keep reducing progress over time, which means suddenly time is on your side, which is, you can very much push the AI down. Of course, time isn't ever entirely on your side because there is an increase in AI waves over time, regardless of AI progress. Do I want them on? It forces me to move quickly at the start of the game, I guess, which would be interesting, but I might leave those off for now. Fallen Spire. I don't actually want Fallen Spire. Fallen Spire completely changes the game, and I don't really want to play that something completely different. Broken Golems. I'm having both, all the different types of golems. Dyson Sphere. Did I have Spycraft on? Yep, Spycraft. They're all on hard mode, so I'll get extra Exos attacking me in response to that. No AI plots. I don't need to turn it up too much when I'm already playing on difficulty 10. Though I did turn it up by picking a couple of hard AI types. I've got the Core, which has all Mark V ships, and Everything, which has, all the ships. I mentioned in the last video, if anyone caught that, that I've never used the Protector Starship and don't really know what it is, so when I saw it on this map, I decided to grab it. So I will find out what that is when we actually begin. And I think that's all, so yep, that should be everything, so let's get started and see how difficulty 10 goes. Okay, give it a pause to start. Oh, we got a journal article for Nomad Planets. Okay, we've been tracking the Nomad Planets here in the Murdoch Quadrant since we arrived. Their ancient zenith ruins are old news, relatively speaking, but they've become rather more important since the start of the war. Something woke them, and now they wander the Quadrant wormhole network. The wormhole network isn't really a spatial relationship, obviously, but something about the Nomads causes their relationship with other planets in the Quadrant to change somehow. Whatever the cause, these planets eventually periodically lose their connection to some planets in the network and gain connections to others. I was just talking about the closed time lose. Clearly, this would cause that kind of thing, but we won't worry about that. The defensive implications are clearly serious, perhaps even dire, depending on how much attention we attract. But the situation is even more disturbing than it first appeared. We recently picked up a broadcast from the planet identified as Nomad 1. The headers and encryption match ancient Zenith signatures and the date of recording. For the last 2 decades before the war, I served with a team investigating the last Zenith dynasty. We searched hundreds of worlds for artifacts, data archives, and so on. Records of the very end are extremely rare, and our investigation concluded that a deliberate purging of information took place. This broadcast was recorded nearly a standard year after the last of those records. Regrettably, we cannot decipher most of the message itself. The AI appears to be putting out a great deal of blanketing interference, consistent with AI firewall protocols we've encountered in the past. What we can read, however, indicates some kind of command and control communication with the Nomads themselves. If you wish to investigate further, we will need to find Nomad 1, hack the AI's command station there to disable those firewalls, hacking we used to do this, capture Nomad 1. Right. Okay, well, I guess that's something to consider. You knew there was a little bit of story with the Nomad Planets. I didn't realize there was going to be, like, journals and things, but I guess there would have to be, otherwise how would you know what you were supposed to do? Okay, standard thing. I should have just used the hotcut key for that. Standard thing, we'll grab our basic production. We'll go to controls. Brave ships. Yeah, I'm still undecided on this. I never did do those experiments I was wondering about. I'll leave it on. It seemed to work okay last game, but I might re-roll. Like I have to do that actual experiment. Auto FRG. That's another one that I want to do. Prevent warhead. Yeah. Okay. If the purpose of this toggle is not immediately apparent, please reflect for a moment on the words nuke and roaming. No, I don't want to discard those, apply them. Unspecific. Smart my engineers to get my production going, and I actually forgot to set these two up. Auto build energy collectors. Yep. We don't really have this problem where cloak ships just hang around on the planet anymore. There used to be that the AI would have cloak ships that would just sit around doing nothing all the time and on your planets, and then, you know, so you'd be left kind of sitting there hoping for the AI to stop doing that. Okay, I'm just going to send the scouts quickly to do that. Actually, can probably just send this one to do that, because there won't be any guards of the wormhole. And then I want to build... Oh yeah, spy mining ship, because we've got spycraft. I'll go over a bit on spycraft and stuff when we get to them. For now, I want to build a mobile rally post just to bring my ships into a decent position. And I will also just need defenses. This isn't as nice a defensive position as my last one. You can see these wormholes are a long way apart. I guess I want to go with the sort of defenses near the homeworld setup, and I'm gonna just pop all of these down. I'm probably gonna need to grab Zenith power generator at some point in this one too, just because I'm going to be dealing with golems. I'm going to be dealing with golems and things, so they are all going to be large extra expenses for my setups. Okay, that'll do for now. For the very start, though, difficulty 10 AI is going to hit me a lot harder than a lower difficulty one. Let's get these guys out. Actually, that's what I usually do. For some reason I forgot this. Let's get the Mark II scouts hanging out on those planets. So we have something guarding there, and then send the Mark I scouts to do a larger exploration. Spent all my money, lovely, I knew I would. Got anything interesting here? E-secondary, that's nice. You always have an E-secondary, I think I did last time. A coprocessor on the adjacent planets, lovely. It's, And yes, of course, the core does get less ships than it otherwise would, but they're Mark V, so I believe their net power is considerably higher than it would be if they were not core. Fortunately, their guard posts still remain, lower mark. It's not like we get Mark V guard posts everywhere, which would be horrendous. I can never remember what the different tiers of these. So these are used to make spycraft. The different ones allow you to make different spycraft. Some rarer and make more powerful ships out of them. But yeah, we got a raid engine. 2 jumps out. That's really, really annoying. Actually, that means the moment we leave, we're gonna have to deal with a raid engine. Oh god, seriously. Oh, that's a brutal start. Okay, well, is the raid engine in range of the fortress? That's the question. They won't let me see the fortress range without something on the planet, which is dumb. Like, why would I be able to see the fortress range when I don't have something on the planet? That doesn't make sense. My economy's still tanked, so I'm just waiting. Let's increase the speed for a bit. Do you not want to... What are you guys to build over here? And Protector. The base. Template basic. Please define your own templates in the controls tab. Well, I guess I can take a look at this. Protector Starship. Mark 1 Protector Starship can have a force field, or a counter energy shot module, or a counter laser module. Right. A finite number. Energy shots. Negative energy waves, implosion shots, impulse reactive shots, energy bomb, flame range waves. That's pretty good. Versus just a shield, which has a 20,000 health. Relatively weak. It protects a large area though. I have to take a look at a few different versions of this, aren't I? Oh, here they are. Didn't even notice the wave coming in. So we got 35 Zenith Bombards. At Mark II, mainly. That seems new. I don't recall the AI getting all Mark II ships right at the start in the past. Zenith Bombards is actually really brutal. So can't they? They're going to be able to outrange everything, aren't they? Oh god. I'm just going to hit these ships over here, aren't they? This could actually, I could lose the game to this. These guys aren't even shooting. Can't they hit Zenith Bombards? Are they seriously immune to lasers? To snipers? That would be... Okay, this could be, bad. Okay, let's kill the leech there. And yeah, the Bombards are just sitting out of range and blowing up all my turrets. That's horrible. That is truly horrible. I have 300 ships though, so I should be able to clean them up. Let's just get everything going. They're probably just going to retreat, aren't they? Tell that to Free Roaming Defender everything it builds, because I really don't have another choice. I just have to shoot these guys. Yeah, they're going to retreat straight into Ura. Is Ura the one I'm able to go to? No, Ura is the one that I will call the raid engine attack if I go to it. I definitely want to be fully built up. I'm gonna have to build up actually pretty heavily because oh, they left and then they came back. Anyway, I'm gonna have to build up pretty heavily in terms of my defenses before I can afford to try to take her on a raid engine attack. That's actually enormously painful to deal with raid engine right from the start. I'm considering the possibility of, oh great, there's the other guy's wave. How many? 56! 56 Mark 5s. These guys can focus on taking out these guys, while you go over here. That's why they came straight back in, because they were like, ah, hang on, we've got another wave coming in, we should deal with those. We want you guys to stand back, I think. You guys jump in, if I recall correctly. Yep, you're both good against Polycrystal. You guys are neutral against Polycrystal. Please kill the bombers before they kill my home command station. I haven't even built extra force fields. I totally should build extra force fields. That was stupid of me. Let's build another 2 extra force fields over there. Actually, I'm going to have tons of crap coming in, so let's make it 4. Are you going to kill that? Oh, fuck, it's a Spire Starship. Shit. I might actually lose, because Spire Starship is brutal. Ugh. Well, that was annoying. I don't know if it makes an autosave, because otherwise I'm going to have to recreate that whole game. Did it make an autosave? I didn't look at the type of that. Yes, it did make an autosave at some point. Seriously, a Spire Starship and a bunch of bombers. That was a really crappy wave to get. To mention everything else that's here. Now, I'm getting my bombards again. So instead of having to approach them, let's go up to that wormhole. May as well, since I'm here anyway. And seriously, what's with bombards being immune to sniper fire? I mean, come on. Back to this guy. So, the Protector Starship... What's the basic? It doesn't tell me what the basic version actually has. They've actually got a pretty solid laser on them as well. Though I guess they are a Starship, so you're not going to get 2 of them. Does anyone actually say what the basic one has? I don't know. Let's just make a shield one. There we go. I have a design. Okay. We'll get those. I won't worry about other starships, but I want to get my special one. Built. They're trickle feeding themselves into the AI like total retards. So let's not do that. I had 200 ships here. Oh, that's including all the freaking missiles and things. I destroy all of those, of course. And here come the bombers too. Are we going to lose again? I thought that they'd be able to defeat them, but apparently no, I didn't have enough accumulated. So that was actually a terrible idea sending them over there. And I have no money, so I'm screwed. Seriously, immune to snipers? Really? Really? Is that absolutely necessary? Something that's ridiculously long range. Ugh. Okay, that's going to die pretty quick. It's just sitting in the range of every single turret. No support. Well, this is a good start to difficulty 10. I'm probably going to lose like twice in a row right at the start. build more shields. You have to build outside the force field because the force field gets shot at soon enough. Oh yes, there they are. Oh, it's a sheet this time. It's actually changed. There's been a change in the matrix, and they're all my ships turning sides because of that. That stuff. That's lovely. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh well, difficulty 10 is supposed to be hard, I guess. But I don't think I've rolled great with some of this stuff that's coming in at the start. Zenith Bombards are a particularly painful brand, and yep, they're gonna kill it. They're gonna kill it. There's the shot, that's gonna kill it. Boom. Oh dear. Well, I guess that's an intro to difficulty 10 and good enough first video. So, I've been the Convolutional Neural Gamer. This has been AI War on difficulty 10. I'll see you next time.